again, I'm back to do the tutorial on the 3x3 mini album. So what you're going to want to do is start with a 12x12 sheet of cardstock, and you're going to score it at 3, at 6, and at 9. And you're going to turn it so that the score marks you just made are running horizontal. And then you're going to score it again at 3, 6, and 9. Now I'm just using 65-pound cardstock, but you could use regular thin paper. You know, it just depends on what you have on hand. But just make sure that your paper is 12 by 12. Otherwise, it's not going to line up at the end. So then what I do is I flip it and I score it again. Now that's because at 3, at 6, and at 9, turn it, score again at 3, 6, and 9. That's because we're going to do like an accordion fold on this, and that really helps to get the folds. Okay, so now we're done with our scoreboard. So now what we're going to do is we're going to varnish all of our score lines. So you're going to want to fold and varnish. Fold and varnish. Fold and varnish. Do not skip this step, guys. It's going to make your life so much easier if you do this. I've done a lot of these practicing for my tutorial, and I found the ones that I did this on folded the best at the end. I know it takes time, but it's time well spent. Okay, we got all those done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to accordion fold this. It doesn't matter which way you do it, but you're going to fold the first one back, or make mountain and valleys, I've heard it called before. Next one over, next one back. So you have something that looks like that. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. And then you're going to varnish that, lining it up. So that all your folds line up. Okay? Then I undo it, and I do it the opposite way. And again, the opposite way. Making that paper bend is your friend. Okay. Then what we're going to do is, and I like to do this step with my scissors because I can see the score lines the best, so to cut. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to cut. Now you're going to start to cut at the paper that's facing you, and you're going to cut on the 3-inch and the 9-inch only right now. And you're only going to cut it up to the 3-inch score line. You're not cutting it all the way to the end. You're going to stop at the 3-inch score line. So you're going to cut on the 3-inch up to the 3-inch and the 9-inch up to the 3-inch. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can also use your paper trimmer here. I just find myself that it's hard for me to line it up on the score line, so my papers were coming out crooked. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to flip the paper so that the uncut is facing you. And you're going to cut on the 6-inch or the center line to the 3-inch line. And so you're cutting on the 6-inch up to the 3-inch. So you're going to have something that looks like an M or a W when we're done. See that? It's an M or it's a W. Okay? So now, this is the tricky part. Well, it's not really, but I don't know a very good way to explain this. Let me back up my camera just a tad here. So I always start with the one closest to me, and I fold it away from me. And then I fold it down. And then I fold it up. Okay, so the first section is going to look like that when you're done. So fold it away, and fold it down, and fold it up. Now the next section, you're going to take this part that you've already folded and fold it under it. And then down towards you, and then away from you, and then towards you. Then you're going to take all of this and put it under. Then you're going to fold away from you, toward you, or under, away from you. And then you're going to take all of this under, and then toward you, under, and toward you. So that you have something that looks like this when you're done. Go ahead and varnish that real good, lining up all your papers. I go ahead and do it on all 4 sides, because these are now our pages of our little mini book. That's all it is. Alright, so now the gluing part. So what we have here is our first page is a single page. Second page is a double. So what you can do here, because of the way that it folds, is you can make a top pocket, or you can glue them shut. Now what I do is I glue them shut, because I don't want a top pocket. If you want a top pocket, then you would, hold on, mine came apart here. 1 second. Okay. So, I glue them together because I don't want a top pocket. If you want a top pocket, you would only glue on the side and the bottom. Then you would have a top pocket. But I'm going to glue mine completely shut. I'm using Fabri-Tac if anybody's interested. It's my new favorite glue. I just love it. It doesn't make the paper hard like Eileen's Tacky. I have a ton of that stuff, but I do like the Fabri-Tac. Anyway, so those two are glued together. Next, 2 pages, and the way that they fall is they have a top and a side. So what I do with this one is I glue the top and I leave the side open for a side pocket. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put glue on the two, on the top and the side, so that I have a side pocket. Press that down. So now I have a side pocket. Okay. Next 2 pages are like the first 2. You have a top and a bottom, because the crease is on the side. So again, you can make a top pocket, or you can glue them shut, and I'm gonna glue mine shut. Another reason why I glue those 2 shut is it just makes it easier for me when I'm making the pages to remember what I'm doing. Okay, the next 2, I'm going to make a side pocket. So I'm going to put glue on one side and on the bottom. So now I have a side pocket again. Next 2 pages, the crease is at the side. So we're going to glue those 2 shut. I know it looks like I'm using a lot of glue, but I'm really not, because I lost my lid. So it's not really coming out. Alright, so we have glued shut, side pocket. I flipped my book around. First page is a single, then we have glued shut, then we have a side pocket, then we have glued shut, then we have a side pocket, then we have glued shut, and then the next one will be another side pocket, because the crease is at the bottom. So we're going to put glue at the top and on the side where the crease is. Okay. Then the next page, next two pages get glued together. Hold on, wait a minute. Something's wrong here. What did I do? Oh, that's our side pocket. Okay, then the next two pages, I guess I already did that. Get glued together. Okay. All right, so we have our single page, which is our first page. Then we have glued together, side pocket, glued together, side pocket, glued together, side pocket, glued together, and then we have our last page, which is a single page. And that's it, guys. That is our book. And I got glue all over the front of mine somehow. Alright, which that'll probably get covered up anyway. Alright, so now, how do we finish the side here, where our pages come together? What I did on this one, and I haven't decorated it yet, guys. Sorry, I've been working on trying to get my desk cleaned off to do the tutorials for you guys, as I put lace on it. To cover up the pages where they come together there like that. Well, you guys can see that very well. I don't know what's going on with my camera. There we go. Which if you're crafting along, you see that. You have, you know, an unfinished edge there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to finish that with paper. I did one here where I used a strip of paper to cover that up, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I got a bag of scraps here, so I'm just going to take a piece that kind of matches or coordinates. If I can find one. Alright, let's use this. So this piece is about 3/4 of an inch wide, which I think will be fine. So what you're going to want to do is just put it on there. You need 1/8 of an inch in the center. No, I'm sorry. Hold on. Was it an 1/8 or a 1/4? I think it was a 1/4. No, 1/8 of an inch in the center. So what you want to do is you want to score at 1/4 and 1/2. Or a 3/4 piece of paper, you want to score at 1/4 and 1/2. And that'll give you 1/8 of an inch in the center and 1/8 of an inch on either side. Okay? And then you would just glue that on there. Of course, your book is only 3 inches long, so you're going to want to cut this at 3 inches. So I'm going to take my Tim Holtz little guillotine cutter here, cut my paper at 3 inches. And then I'm going to put some glue on my piece of paper, all over it. Then we're going to glue it onto our little book. And that's it. Oh, there's a finished edge now, guys. And that's how you finish your edge if you want to finish it with paper. And I just rub it. Get that stuck on there. Good. Or you could finish it with lace like I did on this one. But that's that. And now it's time to decorate it, which is the point I'm at with this one, oh, I shrunk down a little layaway tag. I scanned it in and shrunk it down. I don't know if you guys can see that. I made a little mini layaway tag. Come on, focus camera. There we go. See? The little mini layaway tag. So, I actually did that with a couple of them. I have another one here. Little mini layaway tag. I put those in that pocket, but nothing's decorated yet. With this book, I used a two-sided paper, 12 by 12. So I have this on one side and this on the other side. So that came out nice, like that. But with the plain paper, what you could do is mat the pages like you would any other mini book. Just noticed something. When you do that, you don't have the flexibility to open your book. You're going to have to bend that hinge back. Anyway, you guys will figure it out. Thanks for watching, and my next video is going to be on the most requested pocket or insert, which was this one. I am going to do that. So I'm going to say bye for now. I'm going to get ready to do this insert, and I will see you guys back later. Bye-bye.